So, Senate has finally declared banditry and kidnapping as terrorism in Nigeria. Why it took them this long, I don't know. Something that has been going on that has been a menace for over a decade. Finally, they have been declared terrorism in the country by the Senate. Let me read the news. It says, Senate declares kidnapping, banditry as terrorism, approves death penalty for offenders like it should be. This should have been done a long time ago. To implement the decision, Senate leader Opeyemi Bamidele was directed to introduce a formal amendment bill in the shortest possible time. The Nigerian Senate on Tuesday adopted sweeping security resolutions officially designating kidnapping and banditry as acts of terrorism and approving the maximum death penalty for all kidnapping-related offences. The resolutions followed an intense debate during plenary presided over by Senate President Godswill Akpabio after a motion of urgent national importance raised by Senator Ashiru Oyelola Yisa and further amended by Senate leader Opeyemi Bamidele. In one of its strongest security positions in recent years, the Senate ruled that henceforth all laws relating to kidnapping should be classified as terrorism and should have a maximum death penalty, and no judge should overturn or reduce the sentence without any option of fine. Of course, it should be a sentence that should come without an option of fine. It goes without saying. To implement the decision, Senate leader Opeyemi Bamidele was directed to introduce the formal amendment bill in the shortest possible time. Beyond the legal reclassification, lawmakers approved the creation of a new joint task force (JTF) to strengthen security across the Kwara-Kogi corridor, with forward operating bases to be established in Eruku, Badanla, Ukeero, Isanlu, and Wasagu in Kebbi State. Well, at least they are doing something this time. Unlike before when they will act like nothing happened. The Senate further urged the federal government to reinforce local vigilante groups and review Nigeria's firearm laws to reflect practices in over 175 countries where responsible citizens are permitted to own guns. It's about time that our firearm laws are reviewed. Otherwise, the major highlight of the resolutions was the directive for a full investigation into the withdrawal of troops from a school in Kebbi State hours before bandits attack. Wow, I think I've heard something like this before. That the security forces got intelligence that attack would happen in Kebbi State. But somehow, they received orders that the security forces they had sent, the troops they had sent be withdrawn. Which is crazy. It tells you that yes, there are people inside that are leaking information to those outside. There is a leak somewhere. All because these former members are being former terrorists are being recruited into the security forces. That is what has been going on. A major highlight of the resolutions was the directive for a full investigation into the withdrawal of troops from a school in Kebbi State hours before a bandit attack. All Senate security committees were mandated to investigate the withdrawal of military personnel from the Kebbi school prior to the attack, probe the circular relating to the buying of Brigadier General M. Uba in Maiduguri, and report back to the chamber within 2 weeks. The resolutions underscore the Senate's escalating alarm over the surge in kidnappings, school raids, and bandit attacks across the country. Sahara Reporter has previously reported that panic and tears swept through Eruku town in the Ekiti local government area of Kwara State when terrorists stormed a branch of the Christ Apostolic Church, buying 3 worshippers and abducting several others, including the pastor. Sources had told Sahara Reporters that the attackers invaded the church during a meeting and immediately opened fire, sending worshippers running for cover. Earlier this month, there were also mass abductions in Kebbi and Niger states.